Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this one, we'll be doing a reinstall and a demo of this iBook G4. So, let's get started by doing a reinstall. So, currently, this computer is running macOS 10.5 Leopard. Let's shut down the computer and begin the install. Upon rebooting, I held down Option to go to the boot picker. Now, it's time to take out my copy of macOS 10 Tiger, which I will be installing on here. After opening it up and taking out the disk, I inserted it into the slot loading disk drive. Once it was detected, I booted into the installer. The first thing to do here is to erase the hard drive and the previous owner's data, as well as reformat the drive. After that, I began the install by removing unnecessary program installs, and then I started the final install. After waiting for about 20 minutes for the install to finish, I rebooted the computer, waited for it to load, waited for it to completely boot up, and then I saw the intro video. After the final install was completed, I went through the initial setup process. Yes, you can actually skip the registration by hitting Command Q. After that, you're greeted with the desktop. So, now I can eject the installer DVD, and then we're done with the install. This version of Tiger is 10.4.3, but I will update it to the latest version of Tiger, which is 10.4.11. So, I installed the update from the software update that Apple provides. After waiting through the initial install, which took a while, the second install began. After waiting through the update installation, I restarted the computer, waited for the entire boot process to finish, and then we were done with the final install. Now, let's take a closer look at this computer. So, this computer is a 2004 iBook G4 with a 12-inch LCD display at 1024 by 768 resolution. The viewing angles aren't that great. The processor is a 1.2 GHz PowerPC G4 with 512 MB of RAM. It also has an Airport Extreme card in it for wireless networking. For I/O, you get a security lock, a 56K dial-up modem, 10100 1000 Ethernet, FireWire 400, 2 USB 2.0 ports, mini VGA, and a headphone jack. You also get a slot loading DVD-ROM drive on the right and the power cord. The keyboard is a small chiclet one, but it feels pretty good to type on. The trackpad is also pretty good, but the button is big and the trackpad area itself is small. You do get 2 speakers and the power button above the keyboard. Also, the Apple logo on the back lights up. Now, let's get on with the demo. Upon booting up, you are greeted with the classic Tiger desktop. This time, you get a brushed metal look in apps instead of pinstripes. In terms of software, there is a lot. There is iTunes on here, so you can listen to music on here. Here's a sample of the speakers on this iBook. With the 10.4 Fox web browser, you can actually browse the modern internet with relative ease. The Airport Extreme card in here actually works with my modern Wi-Fi network. Sites like eBay work pretty well because they're pretty basic. YouTube actually loads and videos can play, but they are in very low quality, which is around 240p. You can also watch any DVD movie on this iBook with the built-in DVD drive. It works just fine with Apple's DVD player built-in app. Now, let's play some games. Marble Blast Gold is a game that came with most Macs. It runs pretty well on here. The goal of the game is to collect all of the gems and get to the end of the level. It is a pretty fun game that I actually used to play for hours at a time. Also, there is Apple Chess on here, which plays fine. although that is not a big achievement considering how basic this version of chess is. Now, I'll install this copy of iLife 06 on here so I can edit a video in iMovie. After going through the initial install, it's all ready. I went ahead and shot some random footage around my house, and I will import that now. And after the import, it's time to edit. I put together a little video with some transitions and effects, which makes it pretty basic. I then rendered it in the highest quality settings. This video actually took quite a while to render for being so short. Here is the final video. So, that was a reinstall, review, and demo of this iBook G4. This 16-year-old laptop is pretty capable of running old programs and some basic web browsing. Also, this computer I got came with this original manual. Looking inside reveals it contains actual information about the computer with all of the essential tips and information a new user would need. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.